And today we are going to be talking about the new cards that came out. We're going to be ranking them from worst to best. So I've spent today watching a lot of gameplays, man. I've watched a lot more than I ever have. So I can get a fair idea of what these cards can do. Surprisingly, very few David Robinson gameplays have been out there, but it's one of those cards where it is fairly obvious what that card is going to do in game. We've seen the way David Robinson's been, and we just kind of know what he's going to be all about. So there are a lot of good cards, and there are certain cards that are very, very good at their roles. Honestly, none of these cards are bad. They're really not. So this is all just my opinion. If you disagree, it's fine. That's completely fine. All my opinion. So anyway, sorry about it being late as well. Well, I'm kind of like in the process of, kind of sleeping, waking up at weird times, and then currently watching the Celtics game and the Warriors. Fingers crossed the Warriors come back, even if they don't. Man, Steph Curry's unbelievable. But last is Franz Wagner. So I don't think Franz Wagner is a bad card. Like, I really don't think he's a bad card. Like, you're looking at these card stats, they're near perfect. Like, there are no flaws really of Franz Wagner. He's got that 90 interior. He's tall. He's got a really large player build. The only issue is that he's just got that slow release. He does have the normal leaner, and quick drops off one at that height. But if he can play a 2 guard, we'd be looking at maybe more of an interesting card. But he's someone that you can't really play at power forward. You're not really going to want to play him at small forward. I mean, he can hold his own. But like that half blinders on the half shooting badge, if you just want to throw him in at small forward, you can definitely hold your own. But like almost every card can hold their own right now. But he's going in as the worst. Then we got Derek Fisher. And Derek Fisher is going to be really fun. He's just better John Stockton. Like, he's going to be really, really fun. So he's out here with like Kyrie size up, Trae Young, Escape. If you guys are any good with those SIGs, like, he's going to be a super, super fun card to use in game. Base 3 on very quick, lefty release, the normal 2 leaner, quick drops off 1. Like, stats wise, he's also got like that 90 interior. He's going to be the best tiny guy in the game. By like tiny guy, I mean tiny guy. He is going to be that tiny player in my team. And he's going to be fun. He's actually going to be really, really fun. So, then we have got, at the 2 guard position, Michael Carter Williams. So, MCW, point guard / shooting guard. He's 6'6" with a 6'7" wingspan. He's got 95 speed, 95 acceleration, 97 3-pointer, which again is really good. He's got, an 87 3-pointer, which is pretty good. He's got really good release in base 31. 75 upper is alright. He's also got quick dribble style. His dribble stays are alright. Scotty behind the back, so he's going to be quite tall. He got the leaner, he's got decent defense. He's got circus threes and chef, which is good, but doesn't come a corner specialist, which is a little bit of an annoying badge not to have, not gonna lie. Especially if you are shooting those fades, because he isn't hot zones from the corners either. But he does have like a 95 steal, good on defense. Great playmaking badges. And I mean, a good card. A really, really good card. Nothing spectacular, but he's good. Don't get me wrong. He's a very, very, very solid card. Then at the next up, we got Reggie Theus. Now, a lot of people be thinking this guy should be higher. He's just like a worse Penny Hardaway. He's Penny Hardaway with a lower 3-ball. He has same animations. I think they are the same animations. Same behind the back, yeah. Same jump shot, same laner. Tendencies wise, not quite as good. Stats wise, I mean, basically the same except for the lower 3-ball and no shooting badges. But I know I've used Penny. I like Penny. I don't love Penny. I think he's a solid player. But I just think there are better cards. And then we've got Lauri Markkanen. Now, this guy is a cheeseball. He's a 7-foot tall small forward with a 7'4" wingspan. He's got quick dribble style. Yeah, he doesn't have any size, but just do the damn freaking momentum burst or just the normal quick burst and he's fine. Like, set shot 18 isn't that bad. He's Marcus Gasol release. He's got the normal laner. He's also got like solid defensive stats. Can play lanes kind of well. Half interceptor. And yeah, he's just an interesting card. Lauri Markkanen. Lauri Markkanen. Markkanen. Could be very, very good. I do apologize for that. Next, Bamba. So Bamba on current gen is very good, and next gen he's iffy. He has that weird hitch to his jumper on next gen. I've been watching him play. I've been watching a lot of people use him. He's good. In fact, he's brilliant on current gen. If you're on current gen, you could argue this guy. Like, I actually think you might be able to argue him at number one on current gen. It's just, again, I think more people are playing next gen now than current gen. And I play next gen mostly, so I'm going to judge by that. But it's just that release. And it's not even that it's too slow, because it's slow, but it's not too slow. It's that. There's a weird hitch. If we look at Jaren Jackson Jr., his was on normal timing. So it's not like it was slow for normal timing. Like this one, even on very quick, it has some weird hitch on Bamba. I think Bamba's upper is really weird on it. But quick dribble style is good still. Can kind of move. He's an interesting card. Like, obviously, I don't think he's bad at all. I think he's just a very, very, very solid card in my team. Then after Bamba, we have Kevin McHale. And this is one of the most slept on cards that came out today. This guy is like better Dino. Not even kidding, he's better Dino. Like that 89 speed, if you find a way to boost that speed, he's got like that 92 3 ball, perfect defensive stats with like, 17 half defensive badges, really solid shooting stats, really good release in base 4, pretty solid upper, shifty dribble style. Like he's just a way better version of Dino, and his wingspan is 7'11". Like a 7'11" wingspan is massive. It means that even though he is only 6'10", he's going to play like he's 7'2". Maybe not Bol Bol level 7'2", but like a normal 7'2". Like he'll play as tall as a Kristaps. So Kevin McHale, a really, really good card here. The fact we haven't even got halfway through the list just shows how good McHale is. Then we got both Anthony Davis cards. I think Davis is that little bit undersized. I think regardless of the fact he's got perfect stats and badges, even this card here, I think his stats and badges are perfect. The issue with me is, I just think that like the release is okay. His dribbling's not great. Like you're looking at a card who's not. I know he's got the Kobe escape. He's still got the normal size up. He's got the harm behind the back, which is all right. He's not a card that's not even going to be that much worse dribble wise than Bamba, or not that much better dribbling wise than Bamba. And like he doesn't also the length of Bamba. He is definitely better on next gen than Bamba, which is why he's going in this position here. But current gen, give me Mo over Anthony Davis. Not gonna lie, and then I'm gonna put both Anthony Davis here. I don't think there's that much of a difference. The issues with AD is his kind of player build and size, but he's still gonna be solid. Then the most slept on player, Gerald Wallace. Now I don't know if this guy comes into my team. He might. Like he really might. Like again, I'm not home. I've watched enough of this guy to know what he's all about. I know everything about Gerald Wallace's defensive animations. If you guys don't know, they're hell. They're so damn hell. Like, I predicted him to be the. I'm pretty sure. I think I might have predicted him to be like the level or the Richard Jefferson card. But he's got 96 speed, 93 acceleration, perfect defensive stats, ridiculous animations in game, and he always has. Base 99 on very quick. Base 99 is one of the best releases in the game. Like I tweeted it out for a reason. People are asleep on his base 99. And he's also got the Kyrie size up, which for a guy at his size is unbelievable. Scotty behind the back. Quick drops off 1. Or maybe looking at the top 5 2 guard in the game. I don't think that's a crazy statement. I really don't. We're looking at one of the best cards in the game, period, here at his position. We're looking at a card that is almost at the like Tracy McGrady level of 2 guard. We're looking at a guy that, I'm trying to think what are 2 guards. Like invincible Michael Jordan is probably not as good. It's probably better than him. But like, I think certain people will have, I think there are certain people that will argue that Invincible Michael Jordan is not as good as Gerald Wallace for them specifically. And I don't think there's enough of a gap that you can tell someone that objectively they're crazy for saying they think Gerald Wallace is better than Jordan. I think Jordan's better, but that's how good Gerald Wallace is. Then we got Thon Maker. Now Thon Maker is a bit of a weird one. So Thon, for me, I've watched a lot of him. Unless he's mid-Scotty behind the back, he moves slow. He still moves slow. He moves slow out of bursts. It's Thon Maker problem. The base 47 is only a good release off the catch. But he does have that normal leaner, which makes him a little more dangerous in terms of creating. So like he's got the height. He's a 7 foot tall small forward. He's got the height, he's got the defense, he's got the length, he'll play the lanes. He's got a wide player build, which I don't particularly like. Like Thon has never been the same since Thon had the skinny player build. Players like Thon play better on skinny player builds, which is why I'm actually on one spot ahead of Thon Maker in Pokusevski. So Poku versus Thon. You might be saying, no, Thon looks better stats-wise than he does. The issue is that like Poku's release is better off the dribble, especially on next gen. It is better. It's not like it's a significant amount better, or it's not like it's even the greatest release in the world, because base 30 is not. It's Scotty release. The one thing I like about Poku though is that he's got that skinny player build, and Poku moves really well. And they both have the normal leaner. They both have very similar stats. They're both going to play lanes really well. And they both have like half interceptor, all the defensive badges, half quick first step. For me, Poku just moves that a little more fluidly. He can kind of get around better. He runs better in the half court, or say in the full court. If you can get him into a position to move with that Scotty, he just moves that little bit better. And again, yeah, Pokusevski, I'm putting one spot above Thon Maker. Then we got Kevin Durant. I think Durant, in terms of just ability to create, is a bit better. Like the Kevin Durant escape is good. The Durant release is nice. He comes to the norm or with the Kevin Durant leaner, which is not a bad leaner. The Scotty behind the back. He actually has alright defensive animations. Offensively, I think Kevin Durant is good. But again, if you want to argue that any of the previous guys of Gerald Wallace, Thon Maker, and Poku are better than KD, that's fine. There are about 50 cards that play at an unbelievably high level, and Kevin Durant is just one of them. There are so many guys at that wing position that play at a really high level. I wouldn't play any of those guys at power forward though. Maybe I'd play Thon. Maybe I'd play Thon there. But that's really it. Now to the top three. David Robinson. So David Robinson. The only thing with D-Rob is that he's big, he moves clunky. Like, I know he's got quick dribble style. He moves clunky. Even with the tray behind the back, with the half quick first step, I've watched him move around, he moves clunky. But if you want to use him like a Kareem or a Joel Embiid, like I think Kareem and Joel Embiid both move clunky, and he moves better. I think he moves better than both of them. Because at least if you can abuse like the pro size up and the pro skate. Well, not really abuse them, but you can get something off a pro size up. For me, he's very, very comparable to a Kareem or an Embiid. I'm not sure if he's better, but I think that's the kind of level he's at. And I previously have said that they're the two best power forwards in the game. So I think that I've got to put him in that conversation. And in terms of a competitive level power forward, he's probably the best competitive level power forward in the game. But at number 2, we've got probably the best power forward for most people, and it's Bol Bol. So I initially thought maybe that Bamba could compete with Bol Bol. And I think on current gen, Bamba does. He really does. And I think there's one kind of flaw with Bol Bol, which is why that I think that he's not nearly as good as last year's Bol Bol. First of all, Bol Bol was had the best movement in the game last year. Like, this is not 2K21 Bol Bol. And this is not even close to 2K21 Bol Bol. Like, only 90 speed. He's got quick dribble style, sure. But he's got only pro sigs, and he's got the Wiggins behind the back. Bol Bol will not miss. Brook Lopez on very quick, one of the best release in the game. And he is the normal leaner. His defense is really good. He gets in lanes. His player model is huge. Like, he's 7'2", but he feels 7'4", 7'5" in game. He feels bigger than Rick Smith's. And that's why he's so good. But if you're asking me, is there a significant gap between, say, Bol Bol and Pokusevski? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say the biggest difference is that Bol Bol's player build is better. I think movement-wise, Pokusevski's going to move better. I think shooting-wise, it's going to be very, very, very similar. And defensive-wise, Poku's probably better. So, like, it's not as if Bol Bol is this must-have, be-all and end-all card like last year. I think there are... Like, I don't think he's significantly better than Nate Thurmond. I think you can get guys for 50k that are comparable to Bol Bol in today's game, which is something very different than last year, considering that Bol Bol was the guy to have. So that's why I got, number one, I got Ben Simmons, the most effective point guard in the game, because what he does is he allows you to run a Luka Doncic shooting guard. Also one of the best power forwards in my team. His movement is really good. His shooting is really good. His defense is really good. There are no flaws at all in Ben Simmons' game. His release, again, a little bit slow. He moves a little bit clunky. You don't really want him with the ball in your hand. So you're not going to run him and say a lock beside him. But like, for me, a lot of people do like running their Ben Simmons. And if you're playing competitively, Ben's probably that best player. I will say though, if you're playing this game just normally, casually, running like Luka or Jordan or one of those guys to one, and then you instead of using needing Simmons as a pure lock to get rid of those guys or to use those guys to two, you can go and put in just a Gerald Wallace or something to two and use him as a pure lock, or at the three you get like Hero Giannis or something. But I think Ben Simmons can be super effective in low scoring games, especially if you are kind of struggling through unlimited and you're really just like looking to grind out wins. He's not going to be the most fun card to use, but he's going to be the most effective card. And honestly, if we're looking at the most quote-unquote fun cards to use from today's set, Poku's probably number one. And then the next most fun card is probably Derek Fisher, if we're being honest. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. 15, Franz Wagner. 14, Fisher. 13, MCW. 12, Reggie Theus. 11, Markkanen. 10, Bamba. 9, McHale. 8, Anthony Davis. 7, Gerald Wallace. 6, Thon Maker. 5, Poku. 4, Kevin Durant. 3, David Robinson. 2, Bol Bol. And number 1, we have got Ben Simmons. So that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.